Denmark and Italy have also asked their citizens in Ethiopia to leave while commercial flights were still available in the country. The move comes as rebel Tigrayan forces advance towards the capital, Addis Ababa. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's government has promised to keep fighting despite calls for a ceasefire from the United Nations Security Council. The conflict has killed thousands of people. It has forced more than 2 million people out of their homes and left 400,000 people in Tigray facing famine in what the world believes is one of the world's worst hunger crises currently. So news alert coming in, the United States of America has ordered all non-emergency US government employees in Ethiopia to leave because of the armed conflict. Denmark and Italy have also asked the citizens in Ethiopia to leave. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's government, which has been embroiled in a year-long war against Tigrayan forces, has promised to keep fighting despite calls for a ceasefire from African nations, Western states and the United Nations Security Council. Now we're getting a statement from the US Embassy. It says, quote, "Incidents of civil unrest and ethnic violence are occurring without warning. The situation may escalate further and may cause supply chain shortages, communications blackouts and travel disruptions," unquote. That's a statement from the US Embassy as it has asked its non-essential employees to leave Ethiopia. Now, Abiy's government declared a national state of emergency on Tuesday, saying it was locked in an existential war with forces from the northern Tigray region and their allies. Now, Tigray People's Liberation Front spokesperson accused Abiy of using the state of emergency to arrest thousands of Tigrayans and other rebels. Now, the TPLF recently unveiled an alliance with other factions. This was on Friday, aiming to remove Abiy Ahmed from power, saying this would be done by force if needed. The government condemned the move, saying Abiy had a mandate to rule because of a landslide election win in June. Now, the conflict in northern Ethiopia started a year ago when forces loyal to the TPLF seized military bases in the Tigray region. In response, Abiy Ahmed sent troops who initially drove the TPLF out of the region and the regional capital, but they have faced a sharp reversal since June this year.
A very tragic state, a total war between the central government and especially the people of Tigray, TPLF. And the war is not about anything else but the future of the country, the future of the system there. The current Prime Minister, Abiy Ahmed, wanted to create a centralized system, while the Tigrayans, who used to lead Ethiopia from 1991 to 2018, their concept of Ethiopia is of a rather decentralized ethnic federation. And beyond those abstract concepts, there is a clash about the very future of the country. And this is what's going to determine, amid all the chaos, the future of Ethiopia. It's not a question of very existence of Ethiopia. The concept is there. Ethiopia is there for 2,000 years. It will continue to exist. But what would be the internal order? This is what is now in question.
So we're seeing a major change here. There was, as you mentioned, Tigrayan political dominance for decades in the country, despite them being a minority, a relatively small minority of the tribes, the people, the population in Ethiopia now. But Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, the shocking part about this seemed to be he went to war virtually right after winning the Nobel Peace Prize, albeit for the situation with Eritrea. This clearly signals a big turn of events. Was this predicted? Did the experts see this coming in some way, this level of discord?
Well, with all due modesty, I thought this what will happen because as a student of Ethiopian history for 5 decades now, I know what is the power of the people of Tigray, their pride and their abilities, They are on the stage as leaders of the country from immemorial times. And Abiy Ahmed, being overly ambitious, wanted to push them to the margins.
How did they accomplish this, though, to jump in? How have the Tigrayans, being so vastly outnumbered and outgunned, how have they turned the table on the central government?
Well, they are very proud, well-armed, very much experienced militarily. They were the people who defended Ethiopia all throughout the centuries. The major battles for the existence of Ethiopia occurred in their territory. And even Mussolini, when he invaded Ethiopia in 1935, and went around Tigray, didn't dare to enter this mountainous citadel. But Abiy, if I were his advisor, I would have told him to avoid it.
Yes. At this point, certainly appears to have been a wise decision. I want to join in while we have you, though, on a local concern here, a bit bringing the local politics. Israel's Ethiopian community, which is divided between the Tigrayan and the Amharic people there, are concerned about the remaining some 8,000 or so people in Ethiopia, Jews who are trying to get to Israel. Do you think that will now be an expedited issue given the ongoing conflict there?
I share the emotions of the Ethiopians here, the Beta Israel community. Of course, they are worried about their families over there, but it's not a matter of saving the Jews. Nothing to do with the Jewish element, which is really very marginal in today's Ethiopia, and no need for Israel to intervene in the picture. All in all, Ethiopia is an ally of Israel. We don't want to interfere in internal affairs. We cannot do anything militarily, like a rescue operation. No, that's not realistic.
Well, Professor Chagai, thanks for being with us on the ongoing and escalating war in Ethiopia.